Welcome to iSportsAnalysis. We'll take a quick look at the sports performance analysis services that iSportsAnalysis offer. We'll start by signing in to the channel. The channel is the area where our players, referees, coaches, parents, in fact anybody given permission can sign in and view your matches. Having signed in, I can see all of the matches I have permission to see, and if I select a match here, I will be taken through to the report page for this match, or the stats window, depending on your terminology, that is made up of metrics based on the analysis that's been done. This analysis is sometimes known as tagging or coding a match. If we look at lineouts, we can see that we have a total of 9 lineouts for the away team, 14 lineouts for the home team. If I was to click on the 14 lineouts for the home team, I can see my 14 lineouts are listed here. I can also jump between those lineouts, making it very, very easy to demonstrate any points I need to demonstrate. We also have multiple speed selection, which means we can slow things down and speed things up should we want to. If we look at the analysis matrix, the way the iSportsAnalysis tagging works is we have actions and we have tags. So an action, for example, might be a penalty, a tag might be a red card, a yellow card, and even a player name. So down the left-hand column here, we have all of our actions. Along the top here, we have all of our tags. If I look at away possession, away knock-on, we can see that we have 10 clips. I can play those 10 clips once again, and I can see those 10 clips listed down the bottom here, and I can jump between them. We also have an analysis and event filter. And the event filter is made up of our video of our match, and it is also made up of a timeline of the analysis. As we can see here, we have a timeline of all of the analysis that's been done, and we can actually use this timeline to jump between different sections of the video. And what we can also do is we can use what we call the event filter to create playlists of our own clips based on the analysis that's been done. So in this right hand column here, we have 618 clips, and these clips have all been made up or are all based from the analysis that has been previously done. We have in this left column here all of our actions and tags. So if we were to select home possession and forward pass, we can see our one clip. If we come down to away offensive penalties and holding on, we get another clip, and so on. I can go through and I can create my playlist based on any combination of these actions and tags that I want to see. I can also bookmark these and come back to them at a later date. Also, if my players, referees, coaches sign in and they click on the bookmarks, they can see any of the bookmarks that have been created for this match. This makes it very, very easy to create playlists of points in the match that you would like to demonstrate. You can obviously play all of those clips, and they will play one after the other. You can make the video back to its normal size while those clips are playing, and we can also turn those clips off. What we can also do is we can look at the Coach's Corner. The Coach's Corner is a way of players, coaches, assessors, referees leaving messages at specific points in the video. So we have our messages down our right hand column here, and these messages scroll in a similar way to a Twitter feed, and we have a timeline of all of the athletes who have left messages and the points at which their messages have been posted. There we go. And we also have the analysis timeline once again, making it all very easy to jump between points in the match that we want to discuss or demonstrate or leave messages for. If I demonstrate this by clicking on Anadi Taylor, I will now see all of the messages posted by Anadi Taylor in the Twitter feed, in the feed here on the right hand side. And that will any minute now jump to another message, as we can see. And messages are posted at specific points in the video by simply posting a message. You enter a title, a message. You can post the message as a player, a ref, a coach, or an assessor. If I want to post private messages, I can do that. I can select multiple people for this private message, and I can also send out an email notification so that these 3 selected people will get an email to say a private message has been posted. They can click a link. Once they've signed in, they will be taken to that message in this Coach's Corner, making it very, very easy to see the message and engage with it. This is how all of our analysis is presented. If I sign in as a channel administrator, I have access to the dashboard. This is the administration dashboard. This is where I can upload my videos. I can manage the people that see my videos, and I can analyze a session. If I say analyze a session, I'm then asked to select a code window. The iSportsAnalysis code windows are the default ones. You can create your own code windows. You can also copy the iSportsAnalysis code windows so that you can then update them so that they're yours. So for now, I will just select the rugby code window, and I will select a match. And I'm then taken through to a page where I can analyze my match. This analysis is made up of a video of my match. As my match is playing, I can use the code window to tag events in that match, and I have a timeline of all of the events that I've tagged in the match, which are fully editable. So for example, if I were to click home line out, I can see all of the associated tags to this action of home line out, because this button here is selected highlight tags. And as we can see, we have a lead in and we have a lead out on this particular action, which means that after the lead in and the lead out time have expired, that action will be added to the timeline. And indeed, there is our action, and that action is fully editable. I can drag that action around. I can edit that action by adding a tag and removing tags, and I can also change the duration of that action should I want to. This isn't a lesson in match tagging, but as you can see, your match tagging can be as in-depth as you want it to be. All of the actions and tags have a relationship. So for example, penalty, the action penalty would have tags associated to it, or in relationship to it, or connected to it as we call it, and those might be penalty, and then the tags might be red card, yellow card, and you might have your players in here. You might not have your players' names, you might have player 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Those connections can also be displayed. The only reason I'm showing you this is just to show there are no limits to the code windows that you can create. Once your match has been tagged, you can save your analysis, and that will show up in the channel that we've just seen. And if I come back down to the sports video analysis, I can also create code windows. And to do that, I want to add an action or tag. I just click on my canvas and I say, for example, I'm going to create an action rather than a tag called home possession. I'm not going to give it any lead in or lead out times. I can give it a hotkey so that I don't have to press the code window button. I can just press the keyboard and I can save that. And there is my home possession action. Let's add another one, and let's say this is my away possession. Once again, this is going to be an action, and I can change the color of this to my team color. Let's give it a hotkey of away, and there we have our home possession and our away possession. I can then create a connector between the two of those. And I can make that connector activation. It means if one of them is pressed, it will activate the other. I can make it deactivation, which means if one's pressed, it deactivates the other. But what we'll choose here is exclusive, because obviously we can't have home possession and away possession at the same time. So the relationship needs to be an either or. I can also create, let's say, I can create another action called penalty. And what I can do with that is we can then create a tag for that we would call red card, and this would be a tag, and we'll make this red just for argument's sake. And I can create another tag called yellow card. This will be a tag, and this would be yellow. And then what I can do is I can create relationships. I can say, okay, that is related to that, and oops, add connector, that is related to that. And now that means once I've clicked on penalty in my code window during a match, I can then add red card or yellow card. I can also, if I wanted to, add a connector and make these exclusive so that we could only select one of them, etc., etc. I can build up my code window to be as intricate as I would like it to be. This is just a simple example. The last example I would like to show you is if during my match analysis I've created highlights that I would like to email out to people, I can do that. I can email analysis highlights. I can select my session. I can enter a private message to the email. I can select that session. And what happens is a matrix is built of all of the actions and tags within that session. So once again, we will use away possession, away knock-on. There will be 10 clips that will be emailed out. I could select a permission list to email that to, and I can email the analysis highlights. And any member of the analyst permission list will receive an email asking them to click a link, enter their email address, and then they will see the 10 clips that I've just emailed to them. I hope this is of some help. That, in a nutshell, is the iSportsAnalysis performance analysis. If you have any questions, please do email me at anadi@isportsanalysis.com. Thank you very much for watching.